And good late afternoon. Just got back from Lake Zurich. How you doing? Well, it was a hell of a game. Very interesting game. A lot of mental mistakes, but Lake Zurich comes out through 14-7. They are punching their ticket to DeKalb. It's going to be a hell of a game. I think I heard Batavia won. I'm not sure. I haven't checked anything yet. But. Lake Zurich deserved it. A lot of mental mistakes, it is what it is. But it was a pretty good semifinal game. Type of Lenny grounded out type of game. But Mt.Carmel couldn't come through, and they threw an interception in the later seconds, and that put the seal on their coffin and basically Lake Zurich. So I got my notes right here from today. First, I want to thank the Lake Zurich AD. I want to thank the Lake Zurich parents, Mt.Carmel parents, Mt.Carmel players, Lake Zurich players, parents. It was great talking to a lot of you guys, and it was good talking to you guys about some of the things going on in high school football. I had a fun time, great time. Just improve on your parking at Lake Zurich, please. Okay, so let's get started. First. Of course, this was the last deep dish football game of the season. Lake Zurich versus Mt.Carmel, 7A semifinal. Cold, wet outside, a little bit of a sleety outside. A little bit of a wind, too, at the beginning of the game. Now, like I said, I really like those Mt.Carmel jerseys, the traditional brown and white. Those white jerseys that they had is something to behold. Mt.Carmel kicks the ball off. 5-yard return by LePage. Good hit tackle by Mt.Carmel. Drop pass by Entlers. Stutzman 5-yard run. He played a key part today, by the way. Huge game for kid Stutzman and a huge game for Lake Zurich's offensive line. 3rd down and 5, first down. Quarterback keeper. Read option first down by forgetting his name, the quarterback. Stutzman run up the middle, another great yard gain. Evan Ledowski impressive. I was impressed with his ability to sense the pass rush, and he made some key plays at the beginning of the game. Great read by Mt.Carmel. Defense drops Evan Ledowski. The Mt.Carmel players, they knew the play. They automatically read the play. It was a great read by the defense. It was tougher on a wide receivers, no lie about it. Lake Zurich punts to Mt.Carmel, 9-12, first quarter left. Holding on Mt.Carmel, holding on Mt.Carmel / chop block. 5-yard run by Niklos, making it 3rd and 10. Mt.Carmel showing twins. They did a lot of twins, which I was completely surprised by. Punt, tip pass, Jack Sanborn. Pressure almost blocked the punt. Jack Sanborn. He was impressive, really impressive. You got to see him live. He's that good. Stutzman, huge burst up the middle, gain of 7 yards. Got my notes here. Stutzman, a 29-yard run, almost a touchdown. Lake Zurich offensive line is making holes. Stutzman, another 10-yard run gain. A second chop. There's another chop block that was called on Lake Zurich. Drop ball by Lake Zurich. Turnover and downs by Mt.Carmel. So like I said, there was sloppy gameplay. A lot of mental mistakes. Fumble ball by Mt.Carmel. On a ball, 3rd and 18. Mt.Carmel making a lot of mental mistakes. Great coverage by Mt.Carmel. Sack for Mt.Carmel. Bumbled ball. First quarter ends 0-0. Great run for the downs by Mt.Carmel. I was a little bit of impressed. There was not impressed, but a little shocked. There were a few seats open up in the stands in the first quarter. I was a little surprised by that. It was bad passing order. Previous quarterback, Mt.Carmel, great quarterback accuracy. 4th and 3rd, Mt.Carmel goes for it. Great stop by Lake Zurich. Fabrini, great tackle. Fabrini did a hell of a job today. Again, the turf and the sleet and all that other crap, and the snow was melting. It was tough on them. Game of field position, basically. Great punt by Evan Ledowski, 75 yards after 2 different punts. I think it was 2 or 1 different punts. But Evan Ledowski, he boomed it pretty good. It was like I think it was 75 yards. Amazing. Both teams very emotional. It was getting little bit of toss, a little bit of toss, a little bit of words exchange, but it was a good game altogether. Despite the sloppy play, Twins again with Mount Carmel. Jackson Sanborn, great tackle, touchdown pass, screen to Peyton Powell. To second quarter, 5:37 left in the second quarter. Uh, Stutzman gets a great tackle for a loss. Lake Zurich has the energy now. Lake Zurich, the defense is swarming. Lou is a hell of a punter, like I said before. Sanborn made a great tackle. Lake Zurich 7-0. Half is done. First half is done. Second half begins. Mount Carmel returns. First and 20 run for first and 10 to 20 yards. Pivot. Lake Zurich tackle. Tackle for a loss. Quarterback stumble. Aristotle pass. Nicholas, great player for Mount Carmel. Another 10-yard gain from Nicholas or Aristotle Nicholas, whatever his name is. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. Mount Carmel's getting in sync and blocking. Mount Carmel chewing up the yards. Great reads. Mount Carmel going for a great quick pass, first down, touchdown on a quarterback keeper, 7-7. 3:30 left in the third quarter. Mount Carmel DB is impressive. Entlers gets key first down catch. Great momentum swing in the game. Run by Stutzman. Stutzman gets 5 yards. 25-yard run. Third quarter ends. Beginning of the fourth. Stutzman gain of 8 for Lake Zurich. Again, first down for Stutzman. Touchdown Stutzman. Was really easy. 14-7, fourth quarter, 10-17 left. Lake Zurich is defending in a great way. Sanborn was awesome. Jeremy Cooper from Mount Carmel had a key tackle against Lake Zurich offense. Key drop ball for Lake Zurich. Fourth down now. Mount Carmel on offense. Quarterback keeper gain off. Great tackle. Nick Fabrini gets a tackle for a loss for 5 yards. Getting a little bit of a chippy play. Flag on Mount Carmel, 4th and 20. Mount Carmel punts. Fourth quarter ball on the second thing. Deion Rogers looks great. Again, chippy again, chewing up the clock. Stutzman goes out of bounds. Interception by Mount Carmel. Thrown off the back of, it was a bad throw by Lake Zurich. Third down on Lake Zurich. 2:10 going. Quarterback keeper, short by a half a yard. First down run, 14-7. Pass to Thomas, gain of 5 yards under 40 seconds. And in the final big play, Mount Carmel passes the ball. Interception by Lake Zurich. Lake Zurich goes to DeKalb. 14-7, Lake Zurich wins. And those are my notes for Deep Dish Playoff Game of the Week, last game of the season for DeepDishFootball.com. It was a pretty good game. Sloppy play, but it was still a good game. Very high emotional wise, and it's good if it's gonna be a tight game and it's gonna be about running the ball and defense. You're good to have Mount Carmel as one of your opponents, and Lake Zurich. They deserve it. It was crappy outside. It really was crappy outside. But congratulations to Lake Zurich. They get the win. They go to the playoffs. I'm sorry, not to the playoffs. They go to the IHSA State Title 2017, Class 7A. Congratulations to them. I'm going to give the player of the game. I'm going to give the player of the game to Joey Stutzman. He was unbelievable. He had a hell of a game. So Joey Stutzman gets the player of the game for Deep Dish Football Playoff Game of the Week, Semifinals, IHSA 2017 Semifinals. Joey Stutzman gets the player of the game. Second, I had to look at that offensive line was unbelievable. That offensive line did a hell of a job because they were making holes like it was nobody's business. And the defense, too. Jack Sanborn was unbelievable. He did a hell of a job, too. And for talking about special teams, Evan Ludowski, he had some good punts. I gotta say, I was completely impressed. I'm not that impressed by punts, but I was completely impressed. He deserves all the respect in the world. Congratulations to Lake Zurich Bears. Congratulations to Mt.Carmel Caravan on a great season, hell of a season. You guys are going to be good next year, no doubt about it, especially with the young players that you have. It's going to be a great game for Lake Zurich next week. Um, but remember, Breakfast with Coach Big Pete tomorrow at 10 a.m. Breakfast at Coach Big Pete, 10 a.m. on Facebook Live. And Deep Dish Football Live is on Wednesday, not Thursday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. So remember, Breakfast with Coach Big Pete tomorrow at 10 a.m. Talk a little bit more. But yeah, but congratulations, Lake Zurich. It was great meeting a lot of the fans, some of the parents from both sides. Great, especially talking to some old Mount Carmel faces, some faces literally that I didn't even know that they were still living in Chicago. But it was good to see. I'm happy to see it, and it was a fun time. Thanks again, and thank you to the Lake Zurich AD and both teams, both sides of the parents, both sides of the fans. It was a good game, fun game, and enjoy your weekend. And if I didn't say this, but might as well start first. Have a happy Thanksgiving week.